Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? This is just going to be a video. I'm going to try and make it a short video. Last week I said it was a short video, and then I got called out in the comments saying your videos are never short. So that was not an inaccurate statement because there's a lot of truth to them. I always say it's going to be a short video, and then they end up running 20 minutes. I'm going to try and keep this one under 10 minutes. It's not really an unboxing video, but I'm just showing a couple things I managed to pick up for myself today at Treehouse Collectibles in Toronto, which is a great store if you like 80s, 90s nostalgic kind of stuff, especially like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, a lot of sci-fi type stuff from that era. It's great for that. That isn't really stuff I'm into per se. Star Wars, I do like Star Wars, but I really eased up on the amount of Star Wars stuff I buy because I used to have a massive collection. And it was taking up almost as much space as my collection is taking up now. But it was all Star Wars, which sounds cool, but I kind of like the variety that I have now. But anyway, yes, if you want to subscribe to help me get up to 1,000 subs, yes, if you want to subscribe, help me get up to 1,000 subs, that would be great. You want to like, you want to comment, and the usual YouTube stuff. Why is my face like? Why am I right up in the freaking camera like this? Back a bit there. And I haven't done a video in front of this shelf in like ages, but I can drop it down a tiny bit there. That's better. Anyway, let's get to this because we're already at a minute and a half, and I haven't even talked about what I bought today. But yeah, so but this isn't anything too special. It's a Terminator endoskeleton. I have a few Terminator things. The first Terminator being my favorite film. Not my favorite film. So my favorite in the series is the first one. But this is just a toy. I think it's. I don't even know what it is. What company this is actually an older one. It's from 1991, and trying to read the brand. These glasses aren't quite strong enough. I got to double up on the glasses here. I put on my old ghetto ones. There, everything far away is blurry, but everything up close. Okay. Oh, Carolco. Never heard of that company. But yeah, this is from 1991. Oh, it's Kenner. It's a Kenner figure. Okay. Which, actually, for a Kenner, it actually has some decent articulation in the arms. It's as opposed to the usual just up and down. It's got some decent arm. Well, it's got an elbow. Okay, it's got an elbow joint, but aside from that, oh, it does swivel. It's kind of like elasticated in there. There must have been something else going on with this because it snaps back into place. So I'll have to look into that. But it's not movie accurate entirely. I just thought it looked kind of cool. And it was only a couple bucks. Why are we all dark now? What the fuck? But it was only a couple bucks. I'm definitely going to take these stupid looking things off here. A very cartoony looking toy. But like I said, it was only a couple bucks. It's just going to go on the shelf. Just kind of as a space filler. I do like it though. And yeah, it's pretty old too, 1991. It's a little scratchy, but and when you move the arms, you can see inside his chest the movement. But I think this must have been part of something. I'll have to look into it because it doesn't really. It looks like just because of this swivel thing, where it just kind of pops back into place. Like maybe it was supposed to do something. But if you know what it is and you know what it does and you want to drop a comment about it, please do. I'm really curious to know about that. But yeah, this is probably more based on Terminator 2, but still an amazing film. Special effects. I guess I can take these off now. Special effects, practical mixed with the early CGI, just the way it should have been. Wish it still was. But yeah, great, but pretty basic. But like I said, I didn't pay a whole lot. Then I got this one here, which I thought was really cool. And I didn't pay a whole lot for this either, mainly I think because it was out of the package. And this is from the early, I think the first or second series of the Todd McFarlane Movie Maniacs collection. So it's all wrapped up here. They're nice enough to wrap it up in this foamy wrap stuff here. Keep it protected. But it's the Norman Bates Psycho figure. There we go. And I think this is a really cool figure. The eyes are a little odd looking, but it does look a lot like Anthony Perkins if it wasn't blurred. But yeah, pretty decent figure all in all. Got the usual, a lot of wrinkles look accurate to how the body's positioned. The hands look really good. And for a Movie Maniacs figure, which a lot of the new series ones are just static figures for the most part, it does have some decent articulation. Let's see in the arms. The hands move side to side. And yeah, and the wig comes off too. I pulled it off without saying that the wig comes off for the reveal that you see in the film. I think the knife comes out of his hand, but I don't know why you'd want to take it out of the hand because it's part of the pose. But looks really good. I'm really glad. And this was because it was out of the package. And the Movie Maniac figures even from this era really don't have a lot of value to them. I've bought lots of them, and they're always under like $50 at the most. I think I've ever paid for this series, which they have the. Let's see here. It's got a weird squeak. My haunted apartment. But I think it actually came from upstairs. And the usual from this era, they had the movie posters, the backdrop. I have, how many of these do I have? I got 2 Leatherfaces, Pumpkinhead, The Fly, and this one. Is there one more? I'm sure I have one more. It's bugging me now because I'm 99% sure I have one more. I'm looking on the shelf now real quick. No. That's okay. I'll find it after the video is over and then be like, oh, it was that. But anyway, yeah. Comes with the back stand with all the detail and stuff. That's what I really liked about this era. The one thing it is missing, I think it did have a base. It didn't have it there, but I think I saw someone else doing a video of it and they had a floor base that he was standing on. So unfortunately, it doesn't have that. But for the amount I paid, which it was like $20 or something, I'm not really losing a whole lot of sleep over. Everything else, it's all in pretty decent condition otherwise. But yeah, I do like all the detail they used to put in the back in these. Now they're just basically plain, but they also have like larger and kind of more interesting backdrops. Well, the earlier series from a couple years ago, they had these big curved ones, and now it's just like a board about this big. So they're a little bit disappointing now. The figures still look pretty solid. But compared to this era, I think this is the best era of Movie Maniacs, just because of like this, so much detail put into this, and they always had the poster. So anyway, I want to check something real quick because it's bugging me. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I was checking. I could have sworn I had another Movie Maniacs figure, but I guess I didn't. I guess it was maybe I'm just thinking of my Leatherface ones. Anyway, I'm gonna call this English. Anyway, this is going to be the end of the video, under 10 minutes, so I still think that's a pretty quick video. And yeah, if you're a fan of Movie Maniacs, if you've got collectibles of your own you like to talk about, please drop them in the comments if you had the same things I just bought, or if you know what this Terminator figure is actually, what it goes with. Drop that in the comments too, because I'm really curious about that. If you watched it all the way, thank you so much. There's also holes in the head too, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with something. Now I got to look it up because I'm very curious. But if you watched it all the way, thank you so much. If you want to comment, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, help me get up to 1,000 subs, I would really, really appreciate that. And thanks for watching. I guess until the next one. Bye.